The second Buy Discovery announcement played. It didn't take long for everyone to come running.
You look so tiny back there.
What?
Tango? Seriously?
What is this? How did this happen?
How this happened?
Tango! Gonta's so sorry. Gonta no could protect you.
Got a minute?
Shuichi, explain the situation. I thought you were conducting the seance. What happened?
Well, that's...
I don't know. What's happening?
Rise and shine, your sun!
What on earth?
I'm surprised, too. I never thought a murder would happen during an investigation. Well, I guess for now, you should maybe start the investigation right away.
Say.
Before that, I would like to confirm something. The culprit who killed Angie may be a different culprit from the one who killed Tenko. Yes?
Huh? If so...
What happens in the event there are two murders by two people? What if there are two blackened? Will we need to find them both at the class trial?
That's right.
Now that you mention it, that's a good point. What would happen in that scenario?
Yeah?
Huh? What would happen? Monodam, what would happen? What would happen?
Not that!
Why do you look lost too, Monodam? I thought you were gonna run things instead of Daddy.
I never expected something like this to happen. I don't know what to do. Really, I don't know. Oh man, they're all disorganized. If you can't decide the class trial's objective, then we won't know what to investigate. Father always knows what to do. We should ask him for help.
No way!
Have you already forgotten? Daddy's in no condition to help us.
Cause him to go bald. Way to go, guys.
It's all our fault that Daddy ended up like that.
Yeah?
Huh? It's all your fault, Mono Fanny.
Daddy, help! We don't know what to do on our own.
We gotta use the power of love. That ought to snap him back to normal. That won't work. Father is just an empty shell now. I'm not sure about that. He's able to communicate with us to make us go after those girls there in the bathroom. Or not the bathroom, the pool, I guess.
Oh.
That's right!
And the love keys.
That too.
That's not true. Anything is possible with the power of love.
You don't understand that because you've never been in love before, Monodam. Aw, poor Monodam.
Daddy, I love you, so please go back to normal.
I want to see you, Father. I love you with all my heart. Aw, you're making me blush. There's the real Monokuma.
Here I am!
I'm back. Were you good while I was away? Where were you? Oh, goodness me.
So much, my adorable darling cubs!
That slurping noise.
He even slurps his old self.
Oh yeah, there's like one of him too.
Enjoy my
His,
relaxing vacation!
Whatever you want to call that, his shell.
Oh, that tickles! Father's intense love is getting me all soaked!
Daddy, your tongue feels amazing! This better not awaken anything in me.
Ugh. That's a great line.
No.
Poor Monodam.
No.
Man, that vacation was just what I needed. It's important to take time off to relax.
To tell you the truth,
Normally, most companies won't even let you take the time off to go on a vacation.
I'm satisfied with this.
But I was able to do it. The secret is to just leave whenever you get permission or not. Wait, so then who's this Baldy then?
Yeah?
Just a part-timer I got to cover up while I was gone.
Hey!
Here's your pay, like we agreed on. Now take it and get out of here.
Huh? I thought you were supposed to be relaxed.
Well, he's back to work now. Bye, bold Monokuma.
Huh?
Now that nuisance is out of the way. What were you guys talking about again?
Yeah?
Ah, that's right. What happens to your votes if there are two blackened candidates?
I'll answer that.
Well, I do have an answer for that. It's first come, first served.
Huh?
First come, first served?
Hey,
The blackened who killed the first victim to be discovered will be your target.
in other words,
In other words, if the blackened who killed Angie isn't the same one who killed Tenko, then only Angie's killer would be considered the blackened. What?
Whoa.
So someone gets away with a free murder? Basically, Tenko's killer wasted a kill, and Tenko herself is a waste of a victim.
Wait, why is it a waste? It's a free one.
Well, I guess that means they don't get away with it either. So basically, someone just killed someone and there's no consequences to their actions whatsoever.
Right, so it's not a waste, it's a freebie.
I guess, but it's also a waste in the sense that you went through the effort of killing someone and you don't even get away with it.
Oh, I guess
Because
that's true.
if they get away with it in the trial, there's no benefit.
That's true, that's true.
But, wow, that's really interesting. Was that the way it worked in the other games?
I guess it never came up. It was always the same person.
It was.
And it's probably the same person now. Because it's the same way.
Man, it is very suspicious. I'll add this to the school regulations so you can review it later.
go ahead.
I also updated the Monokuma file. Do your best to investigate this murder too. Okay.
Hey,
Boy, everything's going so smoothly now that Father's running things again. Leaders gotta be able to take decisive action. Indecision is just the worst.
Daddy, you're glowing. You're glowing like a lamp.
I'm satisfied with this.
There's nothing better than being praised by my cute cubs. There's nothing better than spending time with my cute cubs. For as long as you live, I will never let any of you go. That may not be for much longer the way they're dropping. He just left us behind while he was saying he'd never let us go.
How nice!
That's why he's so amazing. Please, lick me some more, Daddy.
Oh my god.
So long. Farewell.
Farewell.
Such a creepy line. Monodam is not pleased about this though. Bye, Monodam.
So, to make sense of all that,
Listen closely.
If both murders have different culprits, then our vote will determine Angie's killer.
Nope.
but we don't even know if there is a different culprit, do we?
Let's see.
True. We should investigate Tenko's death as well, just in case.
How exciting!
Finally, things are heating up. I'm getting so excited.
Piece of shit.
God, you fucking psycho.
Shuichi!
This is bad.
Huh?
No shit. This is unquestionably bad. I can't believe Tenko was killed. Everyone's upset and confused, and I'm in no shape to help right now.
You know,
So this is where you need to step up.
listen up.
Listen, Shuichi. The impossible is possible. All you gotta do is make it so.
Make it so.
All right.
Let's shake out the Monokuma file first. Tenko. I knew this wasn't gonna end well. The body was found in the middle empty room on the 4th floor. Stabbed in the back of the neck again. I wonder what they used this time though. Did they somehow get the sword out again?
I
The
don't
time
know.
of death is approximately 11 a.m. The only visible injury is a stab wound to the back of the neck.
Also, I didn't really notice, but how many voices were singing the song? Did Kyo start us off and then, like, we were the only ones singing because he went somewhere?
I was trying to listen, but I couldn't really tell.
Me neither. Himiko was so loud, she was all I could hear.
I was listening for her voice because I thought she was gonna like fold down and like we weren't gonna hear her. Stab wound on her neck, the same as Angie's cause of death. It doesn't look like a coincidence. Maybe it's Angie's curse. Oh no. Curse?
Jeez.
God, not again.
Curse? Oh.
Hey!
Oh my.
I knew it.
What? Curse? Kaito, calm down. No way there's a curse. Don't screw around.
You're the one who's screwing around. Do you want to die?
Oh no. She said to him too.
Slam.
A dull sound reverberated through the room. Aw, poor Kaito.
Are you okay? My bad.
My bad, Shuichi. I'm starting to feel bad, but for a different reason now. I'm gonna get some fresh air, so I'll leave this to you and Maki roll. Jeez. Still going with that. Kaito at the room, still a little bit wobbly. Should we resume the investigation? Time is of the essence.
That's correct.
True. We haven't time to mourn Tenko's death, as our own lives are at risk.
This is...
That's true, but Angie and then Tenko. And to think earlier I was suspicious of Tenko. I'm sorry, Tenko.
How can this be?
It's all Gonta's fault. Gonta failed to protect friends again. Poor Himiko. Tenko's death caught us all off guard. Everyone is panicking. I have to keep it together. I have to work harder. Because I'm a detective. That's right.
Well...
It's too dark in here. We can't investigate even if we wanted to. What?
Got it.
But it's... the candles are lit again, aren't they?
Yep.
Oh well. Going to bring candles from other room to make this room bright, okay?
No.
No, that won't be necessary.
Is he a flashlight? Yeah, that's not necessary at all.
Of course. Why?
Listen up!
Show him, Kibo. Show him your new power.
Oh, is that what she did to him? New power? Oh. Oh no. It's gonna be too bright.
His eyes lit up! I, Mew Iruma, the gorgeous girl genius, have installed a new function in Kibo.
Way to go.
Just leave it to me. I will become the guiding light that shines on you all.
Might be a little too bright.
Shine on, shine on! Shine on, you crazy fucking diamond!
Great, now we're all blinded.
Oh, man.
Man, what a lame function. You should have made him like a transformer or something.
It's okay.
But it's bright now, so we should hurry and investigate.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. There we go. He has a flashlight function now. Apparently he's had it since, what was it, a day or two ago? Whenever she installed that? Doing all that work on him.
Oh, it says something different now. Look.
We can examine it? Wait, hold on, let me get to the monitor. Can you,
Ta... Ku... I can't tell.
oh, okay. It says something, though.
It's like bloody. I said things that made Tenko look suspicious, and now this. I'm sorry, Tenko.
Stop it.
Cry later. Huh?
Because...
Crying won't bring Tenko back, and if we don't investigate thoroughly, we'll die too.
Okay.
I need to find the truth and pin down the culprit. For Tenko and all of us.
I guess...
You're right. Tenko would want us to figure it out so she'd have no regrets. That would be the best way to apologize.
Alright, Maki, what do we have here now?
Do these floorboards seem a little unstable to you? They're tough to walk on.
To say the least.
Has no one noticed that she's on a floorboard that's lifted up?
Not yet. The floorboards aren't nailed down. They just lie on top of the cross pieces. That's what Gonta told me. That's probably the reason why they're a little unstable.
They've only been laid on top. That's why they're unstable. What?
Well,
Didn't we just say that?
Yeah. Well, the boards are fairly thick and sturdy. I can't imagine they'd come loose easily.
This...
But someone was messing with them.
But if someone wanted to remove a floorboard, they could easily do so, right? They obviously did.
okay.
I suppose. It's not like there's any evidence right there. We need to check it out first before they acknowledge it.
Hey!
Himiko! Hey, Himiko! Be strong, Himiko.
Gonta, if you shake Himiko that much, she's going to break.
But...
But she not talking. It's like Himiko not even there.
I thought...
She must have been really shocked over Tenko. Let's leave her be for now.
Okay. Himiko.
Why?
First Angie, then
How
Tenko.
can this be?
Gonta so ashamed. Why Gonta no could protect friends?
Leave it
Nice
to me.
lights. I'll become the guiding light that shines on you all. Kia, what have you been up to?
That cannot be.
Why? Why did
I
this?
knew it.
Kyo, I know the murder must be pretty shocking.
But of course.
Of course. I am shocked about that as well. But why did the seance fail?
Wow.
We performed all the steps flawlessly. He seems more concerned by that than the murder.
Ah, yes.
If we perform the caged child again and summon Tenko's spirit this time...
This is stupid.
Cut the crap. Just tell me what happened during the seance. Both you and Shuichi were present, right? Did she get killed during the seance?
I see, yes.
True. It may be best to move past what happened, to know why the seance failed.
Is that so?
Whatever, just hurry up.
At the time, in order to begin the seance, we had Tenko, the spiritual medium, position herself as a turtle within the magic circle, so her head touched the marker stone. Then Shuichi and Kokichi placed the cage over Tenko. And after that, I placed the white cloth over the cage. Then all four of us placed the wooden statue of the dog god atop the cage. Afterwards, we stood in the four corners of the room. Kokichi and Shuichi blew out the candles.
Yes.
Finally, we all sang the caged child song. The seance should have been complete, but... Now that you mention it, I remember hearing a strange sound during the song. No one else realized? It is a mystery to me as well. I thought someone may have tripped, perhaps. There was a pretty loud sound for someone tripping. Perhaps Kyo knows something.
What do you mean?
And then what happened?
Yes.
Ah, we called out to her, but no reply came. I had Shuichi and Kokichi relight the candles. And then we removed all the items from within the magic circle in the opposite order. First, all four of us removed the dog god statue. Next, I took off the white cloth, and then... Himiko ran over to the cage, and the moment she lifted it...
Then it sounds like Tenko was definitely killed during the seance.
No.
But would it not be difficult in such darkness? Besides, she was inside the cage, yes?
Then when was she killed?
Well, that's...
Yes, that is a problem.
I see, yes.
There is another problem,
How?
and that is, why ever did the seance fail? I simply cannot figure it out.
Perhaps.
Maybe someone moved from their corner. Did someone else sneak in here?
What's the point?
Obviously, since the seance was clearly a sham.
Maki never was one to pull her punches.
Thunk. This investigation is over and shut, and it's all thanks to me for giving Kibo his new function. Now then, Kunt Fu's killer is obviously one of you stupid assholes who signed up to do this bullshit seance in the first place.
No.
Not necessarily.
Seriously? This seance was clearly set up to lure her in and kill her.
It is a bit suspicious,
How
but
could someone who wasn't in the room kill her?
Could it be...
from the other rooms they could have been hiding in. So you believe that Tenko was killed during the seance?
Fucking moron!
There's no other possibility, shit for brains. God, you don't even know that?
It is true that Tenko was alive before the seance began. This is the point of no return. Tenko, after this point, you mustn't speak. The next time you open your mouth, it will be Angie speaking through you. And then she said all that stuff, and that was the last we heard of her. Tenko answered Kyo, so at that point she was most certainly still alive. But when the candles were relit, she had already been killed. That means she was killed in the dark. I'm positive. What time exactly was Tenko killed? After the candles were blown out? That may be an important point in this case.
And Kokichi.
Oh, man.
What a lame function. You should have made him, like, A transformer or something. You already said that. Damn it.
Oh.
Can you examine the thingy? Looks like there's blood on it, right? On the cage itself.
It does.
For whatever reason, we can't check it out. So when dog statue used in the seance, I believe it's called the dog god.
Okay. Okay.
During the seance, the wooden statue was on top of the cage. It took 4 of us to remove it.
Oh, sorry. I was reading the... It says taskete. That's what it says. It says taskete,
Oh,
which
okay.
means help.
Help! Oh
Yeah,
wow, that's great.
Sorry. I was like confused by the blood on one part, so I thought it said something else. Anyway, this wooden statue is pretty heavy.
If I remember correctly.
Kyo said it was about 175 pounds. That's about the weight of 2 girls.
What?
What do you know about girls? Have you even touched a woman besides your mother?
Oh,
Where did that come
What?
from, Maki? Jeez. Oh,
just kidding.
I'm kidding. Anyway,
Is this...
if this heavy thing was on top of the cage, then Tenko wouldn't have been able to get out easily.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right about that. That didn't sound like you were kidding earlier. Aw. Poor Shuichi. It's the white sheet we use for the seance. It's placed on top of the cage. Kyo was the one who removed it.
Is this...
This cloth is pretty thick. Oh, I thought there was a slit, but it's not. It's similar to a window curtain, but it's completely opaque. And on the back, look, there's a blood stain on it, right around the middle of the sheet.
Figured.
But
No hole in the fabric. Which means Tenko wasn't stabbed through the cloth.
Okay.
But from underneath? She was stabbed while underneath the cloth. But
Right.
Angie was stabbed from the top down because it was the back of her neck.
Yeah, right.
And
Let's
hers is
check
on the
her
back
out.
of her neck too,
I know
but
we
it's
can
the
check this
exit
out.
wound, I guess.
Yeah. Ah, good point. This is the cage used in the
Is
seance.
this...
It looks to be around 3 feet high and 5 feet wide. It's a pretty large iron cage.
okay.
Big enough for a person to fit inside. During the seance, Kokichi and I covered Tenko with the cage. We were supposed to remove it as well. But it was Himiko who rushed in and removed the cage first.
Hey,
Hey, look at this.
is this...
A bloodstain on the bottom of the cage. Probably Tenko's blood, yeah?
That's true.
I imagine so. This spatter must have been made when she was killed.
What do you mean?
Which means Tenko was killed while she was inside the cage. Well,
Okay.
duh.
I think you're right. Tenko was under the cage before the seance. But when the cage was lifted, after the seance, she was already dead.
Then...
If she was stabbed right when the cage was lifted, that would explain this bloodstain, right?
Huh?
Perhaps she wasn't killed during the seance, but the exact moment the cage was lifted. That is a possibility. What do you think about that?
I don't know. I'm confused.
How would that have worked? A rock next to Tenko's body. This must be. Yeah, the stone from before. Stone doesn't seem suspicious. I don't think. Tenko had her forehead on this rock hunched over. She had to make herself small to fit in the cage.
It's probably just going to be used for Angie's forehead injury.
Maybe. This floorboard is loose! And it's the one right under Tenko.
Why?
Why is this floorboard loose?
If I remember correctly.
It wasn't like this before. It must have come loose during the seance.
Why?
Why would it come loose during the seance?
But
A floorboard this thick and heavy wouldn't have come loose easily.
Then
Then someone must have loosened it on purpose. Aha. Tenko's dead body, she took her last breath crouched over like this. According to the Monokuma file, her only injuries to the neck. The wound was fatal. It's supposed to cause instant death. I didn't hear a scream during the seance. Wait. Well, there's the thud. Oh.
Understood. I will not say a word until the seance is over.
Would Tenko really keep her mouth shut despite the pain?
Nope.
Her death might not have been instant, but she couldn't have gone far before she bled out.
Huh?
What do you mean?
What's the point?
You were concerned about that, right?
Okay.
With a wound this deep, the victim is too shocked to do anything except die.
You're speaking from experience?
That's obvious.
Of course, quick deaths are my specialty.
Well, then that makes
By
sense.
the way,
The real question is, what was she killed with? I don't see a murder weapon around here.
You're right. I don't see an obvious murder weapon. That could be a clue. Tenko's last moments have been added.
Can we go under the floor?
Oh, look, there we go. The opening in the corner.
Ah.
It's on the back. Just Kibo? Okay.
I guess we have to get out. Oh, no, there we go.
There's a small opening in the corner of the room. It doesn't look big enough for a person to get through, but still.
is this?
A hole? Looks like there's space under here, too. Oh, hold on. I can see something below. It looks like something dropped down there.
Uh-oh.
What is it?
Something dropped down there?
After we check everywhere else, why don't we go under the floor and see for ourselves? Yes!
Right, let's do it. What do we have left? Besides that.
That's gotta be it.
What about the candles? Maybe they were something? Bullet candles. Candles hung on the wall, they're obviously the only source of light. No windows in this room, so without it, it was pitch black. But how did the culprit kill Tenko in complete darkness? There was the blanket over her, so someone had a light. Kibo has a light, and it is a bullet. But it could have been any light source, really. Is this one too, or is it gonna be the same thing? Yeah. Did we miss anything? Is it the ruined magic circle? I don't think we did that.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
The magic circle Kyo drew on the floor. Well, at least it was.
Dear.
It's been completely stomped over. I suppose it was unavoidable.
Well,
Was this drawn with salt?
Yes.
Whenever I perform a seance, I always use salt.
what?
Are you feeling alright? You sound ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
I have performed many successful seances. Why, I've even had spirits enter my
Right
butt.
already.
Shut up. I don't want to hear about your stupid delusions.
Maki really doesn't beat around the bush. It's kind of refreshing, actually.
But
In any case, with all these footprints, I can't make out the original circle.
So what?
We'll find out in Kyo's lab. It should be written in the Cage Dog Village document.
Hey,
Isn't that right, Kyo?
He seems depressed. I suppose that makes sense.
And the book is handwritten, so I wonder if it has something in there about making a sacrifice. And he just, like, ripped out that page and rewrote it in his own handwriting to be like, oh, yeah, it didn't say that.
Huh.
You know?
Maybe. Alright, time to go exploring. Maki, we finished investigating up here. Perhaps we should check under the floor?
by the way,
It seems pretty dark down there. What should we use for light?
that's
Kibo?
true.
Let's bring a candle. With Kibo's light coming from up here, it should be fine.
okay.
Then I'll
Okay.
go get a candle. Remove that floorboard so we can get down.
Okay.
Got it. Alright, where are we gonna find? I'm curious. I pulled off some of the floorboards near the hole and took the candle from Maki. Then we carefully made our way through the hole under the floor.
Maybe one of the javelin
Blood dripping.
things?
Well, there's plenty of room down here for anyone to do anything. It's a lot more spacious than I thought. You can move pretty easily on all fours.
Okay.
Let's look around for clues.
Well,
It'd look pretty stupid if we found no clues after crawling around in this dusty place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh!
Oh, well. I think I see a major clue already.
Oh.
A hole! So they could have gotten from the other room. Which way are we
Mm-hmm.
facing, though? Which room would that have been?
I'm assuming Angie's study.
Angie's study? What?
Yeah?
That's not even close to here.
No?
There's only the two rooms, like those empty rooms, you know?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, let's look at the blood stain. Blood dripping from the gaps in the floorboard. Fresh blood. This is definitely Tenko's. No doubt about it. Dried blood?
Angie.
Oh no. There's a blood stain on the ground underneath the loose floorboard. That's pretty far from where Tenko's blood's dripping down. It's under the same floorboard, just at different ends. Why is there blood here?
Hey,
Hey, the back of this floorboard has blood on it too.
Ah,
You're right. There's a little bit of blood on the other side of this
what
floorboard.
do you mean?
Did Tenko's blood spatter here when she got killed?
that's true.
I wonder. I can't really be sure yet.
Okay.
These blood stains here are completely dry. There must be some reason these particular stains are dry. I think so too. There we go. There's a sickle here, and there's blood all over it.
Okay.
The blood on the sickle is fresh. This is it. This is the murder weapon.
Is this...
This came from my research lab.
Huh?
It did?
Well,
A sickle can be used to assassinate a target. It can be thrown without losing any lethality, and you can hide it under your clothes too.
Well,
If she was attacked with this, she wouldn't stand a chance. That blade's about 6 inches.
that's right.
And since Tenko was in the cage, she wouldn't have been able to defend herself.
but
Even if this is our murder weapon, how did the culprit attack Tenko in the cage? The blade could fit through the gaps in the cage, but could it reach her neck?
That's true.
The cage is 3 feet high. If you were to stab into it with a 6-inch blade, well, it would depend on Tenko's posture, but I don't think it's impossible.
Then her posture is the question.
Hey,
Hey, if the weapon is down here, the culprit must have thrown it away, right?
that's true.
Perhaps after killing Tenko, the culprit threw the sickle into the floor in the dark. Or they could have been under the floor the entire time. Either of those is possible. Alright. Is
Hole.
this gonna be something? The blood up there? No, okay. Just checking. Some of the wood is corroded and is broken off so you can see into the next room.
hey.
This is the wall of the empty room, right? Looks like there's wood along the wall. This part is rotted away.
Looks like natural rot. That hole wasn't made intentionally, but someone still could have used it. But I can get into the next room through here.
That's true.
If I remember correctly, the room next door is also empty, right?
That is correct.
Then the culprit could have gone from room to room by moving under here instead of using the hallway.
No.
True, but it would have been difficult moving around under the floor. We did alright because we had a light. Without that, it'd be pitch black. That might make it impossible to move around in here. Unless they had a light too, and there were lights in the other room.
Nope.
Then they could have used a light like we're doing right now.
Well,
True. They use the light to move around under the floor? Is that possible? Yeah, look, we have the light right now.
I know.
Obviously could have done the same in any of those rooms. Is that it now?
The
The
floorboard
floorboard itself, okay. Oh, it's
Or the-
cut.
Oh.
I see. Look, part of the crosspiece that supports the floorboard is cut off.
That's true.
It's near the loose floorboard, and the portion missing is about the same width too.
And from what I could see of it,
that's true.
it wasn't broken off naturally. This was cut by someone. There should be saws in the warehouse, so they could have used that. The question is why? For murder.
Another crosspiece is supporting the floorboard, so it might not fall if this portion is missing.
Then,
So what purpose did this serve?
The floorboard underneath Tenko's body is loose, and the crosspiece supporting it has been cut. If the culprit did all this, then why? So they're up to no good. I think we finished investigating here.
Is that all right?
Maki, you want to head back up?
Glad you asked. I was starting to get fed up with all this dust.
After Maki and I crawled out from under the floor, we put the floorboards back and returned to our investigation.
by the way,
We've only been investigating this room. You sure that's wise?
Nope, we should check out the others too. What do you mean?
guys,
If Angie and Tenko have different killers, then the blackened we need to vote for is...
Right.
The culprit for the first murder. The culprit who killed Angie. That's what Monokuma said.
then,
So instead of investigating Tenko's death, shouldn't we be investigating Angie's?
Okay.
Yes, of course.
But
But this is bigger than the killing game, for the sake of the two who died. I need to reveal the truth of both their deaths.
Well, I understand why you feel that way. But if you plan on investigating the other crime scene again, we should probably hurry.
Good idea. And that's what we'll do in the next episode. A lot has happened, but there's still some stuff that we need to see, I think. That I'm starting to get a better idea of what's going on. So next time we'll check out, I guess, Angie's room again, and maybe any other remaining places before we head for the trial. Until then, guys, take care, and farewell.
Farewell.